Okay, so
The earliest sexual awakening experience that I can think of was in my 9th grade English class. After we read all of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, we got to watch the movie, Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet. And the opening scene is Leonardo DiCaprio. And he has like a beautiful hair swoop in his face, and he's smoking a cigarette. And I was like, maybe this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I would have to single out a time in maybe like 3rd grade. I was playing the video game Mafia 2, and in it you can like collect little collectibles around the like 1950s world. And one of the things you can collect are Playboy magazines, and they were like real, like scanned in images of real Playboys into the game. And that was, life-changing.
Maybe my first kiss, that was pretty young, and I think it definitely sparked something inside of me. I was about 6 years old, and I had 2 neighbors that were both right next door to me, one named Emma, one named Ethan, and we were all about the same age, so we were best friends, and me and Emma were girls and Ethan was a boy, so we knew that we were all going to be romantically involved somehow. We just didn't know how exactly. So we'd say, oh, I'll get married to Ethan, then I'll divorce him, and then you'll get married to Ethan. It was a little messy. We were still figuring it out. But one day, it was like the end of summer, probably, and they were playing in their backyard. And I was a little bit late to join the party, so I walked into Emma's fenced backyard, and I saw that they were sitting on her play swing, like in the corner. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And then they waved me over. And they're sitting right next to each other. And he gave Emma a little kiss. And then Ethan turned to me and he gave me a little kiss. And we agreed we couldn't tell anybody because we were about 6, which is pretty young to be kissing multiple people at once.
I wasn't allowed to like turn my TV on when I went to sleep, but I did anyway. And late at night they would play this show on Disney Channel, American Dragon Jake Long. And I remember I was so enamored with Jake Long. I think it was like, looking back at it, I think it was his voice. He just seemed like really like cool, and like I had like a huge crush on him.
So the first thing that comes to mind when I think about my sexual awakening is watching Total Drama Island on Cartoon Network. And there's a character named Heather. She wore a tank top, and during one of the competitions, something caused this tank top to be forcibly removed, and it was daytime television, so it was all blurred out.
Nicole Kidman in the 1995 film Batman Forever. Her entire character is mainly that she's horny for Batman.
Dr. Chase Meridian, yes?
Sorry, yes, Dr. Chase Meridian, psychologist, and she wants to fuck Batman all the time throughout the movie, and she's wearing really tight black revealing clothing, and there's a scene where Batman comes to see her and she's just all naked.
Shia LaBeouf in Holes, Jim in Treasure Planet, and Danny Phantom in Danny Phantom.
And it was about spies.
Codename Kids Next Door?
No.
Kim Possible?
No. Something. But they were like...
Kim Possible's kind of sexy.
Kim Possible, well, she goes way sexier.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider, 2001, starring Angelina Jolie, is a picture that has influenced my life in more ways than one.
I took my mom's computer and I looked up Kate Upton boobs into Firefox, and the parental lock came on and said that I couldn't Google that, and I thought that the world was over, and I thought that my parents were going to know, and that I was probably going to go to some form of jail.
And so I got home from school, and I very quickly looked up the word vagina on my iPod, and I didn't know how to spell, and so I looked up vagina, like as in the country, and it did not yield results that I was looking for. In fact, I just had pictures of the country China and its inhabitants.
Mary Jane in the 2002 film Spider-Man, starring Spider-Man. The Upside Down Kiss, need I say more?
Oh, definitely Tobey Maguire.
They're in the rain, it's wet out, and let's just say Mary Jane's not wearing that much, and I like Spider-Man, I like Mary Jane,
I was playing God of War 2, and there was a scene where Kratos gets into a bath with like 3 naked ladies, and they were like Greek goddesses, so they had like large assets, and my family was like right next to me, and on the TV was just like boobs, and I was like, I was bewildered. Like I was going back and forth, like hoping they wouldn't, like ready with on the home button to like turn it off if they looked, but then they didn't look, and I played the entire scene. And I think it was a sex scene, and they make the sex scenes QuickTime events where you have to press a button to like have sex. So I had sex. U.S. Kratos.
Is that all?
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Cut. Thank you.